Hi Hassan, thank you for the update. Sorry for the late reply. I got busy this weekend. Um, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go over the points that we discussed, and then with the updates that you already give, I'm just gonna go flow over how a booking would go with a customer and kind of point out what still needs to happen, and I think lay out some things that hopefully make a lot of sense. So first of all, one of the first points um, is when I add a product. So let's go to invoice. And I made one now for Jules. So what, let's remove this one. I made an entry for Renee, an open water course. I think that's a great example where I'm going to, let's say, start at 11, 12, and 13 like this. Update. This is all good. Basically, I'll go straight into the boat list. For the 10th, I've actually made the 3 boat lists that we're going to use the most. And what I would like is that I am able to designate the boat the person is going to be on from the invoice. So if I go back to the invoice that I just made, basically Renee is doing the open water course. And what I would like is that, first of all, automatically on the first day, Tuesday, she goes to the shop boat list that I made. And then 12 and 13, she goes on the Yolanda boat list. And I need to be able to do this here in the invoice, because I think the invoice in the future will be the main thing where customers get designated to boat list, and the products that are chosen will be designated to on which boat will the customer actually do the dive. So for example, if I add another product, Jules is doing the Kajoma trip in the master cabin, which is our liveaboard multi-day trip. That would be, let's say, 4 days standard. And then I would have to kind of like automatically select the Kajoma boat. Update. And then on boats on the 11th. Yeah, now it doesn't show, but basically as of on the 10th, you can see it. On Kajoma, if I would go in on the 11th, Jules would be designated to that boat list. So I think that's a functionality that will have to come in. Otherwise, I think it will be hard if we don't have that people will just get dropped into the boat list that is open on that date. And I don't see another solution than that at the moment, which makes me go to another functionality, because the invoice will be the most important part, is that when a person is designated on the invoice, but it's not the main client, it is still red, and it creates a new invoice for them. So I would need the functionality that if I click on Renee, this is actually not necessary anymore, because I would want to go jump into the invoice straight away. We're not gonna add people here. It will be all from the invoice. So basically, I would click on Renee, and then I would jump back in the original invoice where I designated Renee for the open water course. I think that is the first part of the video.